So I thought, why can't I start an organization for people who lost their identity during this phase when they are facing the tougher times.
The founder of Hair Donation for Cancer Patients, Mr. Shiva Kumar.
We provide the wigs for the people who are taking the treatments in government hospitals. We have donated more than 176 free cost of wigs till today. People who ever approached us for the wig, we have donated the wig for them.
Hair would be a commodity for us, like we just oftenly cut our hair, but those hair mean something to cancer patients. It's like a precious thing for all cancer patients. Hello and welcome to PMC English. This is Ayushi Farasi and welcome to yet another episode of Social Heroes. So in this episode of Social Heroes, we have a hairstylist from Hyderabad who is spreading smiles to all the cancer patients. The founder of Hair Donation for Cancer Patients, Mr. Shiva Kumar, is in our studio today. So we will get into conversation with him and we will get to know about the journey of hair donation for cancer patients, what is this organization all about and the journey of it. So now let's get into conversation with Mr. Shiva Kumar and let's welcome him in this episode of Social Heroes. Welcome to PMC English, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Firstly, thank you so much for giving your valuable time and coming here in our studio today.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
So starting with like hair donation for cancer patients, when was it started and what was your motive to start this organization?
I started this organization in 2018, in the ending of 2018 and 2019, and the motto behind this is to add a smiles on the people who are taking the chemo and who lost their hair during the chemotherapy. So I thought, why can't I start an organization for people who lost their identity during this phase when they are facing the tougher times.
So what was that trigger point where you felt that, yeah, this is the time that I need to start this?
I have been working as an hairstylist from past 7 to 8 years.
Okay.
Started my career in 2014 as a hair designer. Like people used to come to me within longer tresses and used to get their makeovers done. And I see a lot of people within longer hair and getting their hair chopped within very shorter lengths. So the hair used to be into the bins. I thought, why can't I make it useful and why can't I use it for the cancer patients?
So was it like started individually by you or there are a group of people who are working together for this cause?
No, it was started by me. And the day when I started this organization, I don't have any volunteers, and till today I don't even have a single volunteer. I'm the only person who is working on this from past 3 to 4 years. It has been 4 years.
So like sir, how is the process like from the donor to the patients? If you can just explain us that how is the process like from chopping their hair to making a wig and then giving it to the patients, like how does it go about?
Like we need at least of 12 inches of hair to make one wig, and like we need at least 7 people hair, that is 7 ponytails to make one wig. It need to be at least 12 inches of long.
Yeah.
And donated hair will be converted into wigs and given it for the people who are economically challenged and people who are taking the chemotherapy. And we also provide the wigs for the people like facing the problem with an alopecia. Alopecia is nothing but it's an autoimmune disorder.
Okay.
They lose their hair completely. And one more thing, like we provide the wigs for the people who are taking the treatments in government hospitals, and we provide the wigs for the people who are taking the treatment within Arogyasri in such kind of pattern. So we prefer for the people who are economically challenged.
Okay. So like you help all the people who come from an underprivileged background.
Yes.
Okay. So like till now your organization, how many wigs they have made and how many people they have donated the wigs to?
Ma'am, nearly there are 800 people who has donated the hair to us, and we have donated more than 176 free cost of wigs till today. And the achievement what we have achieved in these days is people whoever approached us for the wig, we have donated the wig for them within no time.
Most of the people, they are not ready to donate. So how do you convince them, or how do you spread this awareness about donating their hair, which can be used for wigs like this?
Initially, like when I started this organization in the 2018, there was no awareness, and before 2018 also I used to work on the hair donation from the career starting. So when people come to us, like I used to cut the hair and I used to say them like you can courier it to some address like who are working on this. I used to cut the hair and I hand it over to them. So after meanwhile time, like I thought why can't I set up my own page, why can't I start my organization, and why can't I set up the page. I thought this, and the idea started in my mind, and I started the page called Hyderabad Hair Donation for Cancer Patients, and the baby steps led to an organization called Hyderabad Hair Donation for Cancer Patients, and today it is a leading organization in India. I can proudly say this.
That's a wonderful journey, sir. So like are there any celebrities who joined you in this mission, or are there any known people who also contribute their part for this awareness?
Bollywood actor Sunil Paul's wife has donated her complete hair, and she is also an Guinness Book record holder. She has donated her complete hair, and a Swapna boxer, Indian boxer, who has donated her hair, and a heroine Madhavi Lata Garu has also donated her lengthwise hair.
That's nice, sir. So now we have known about hair donation, your organization. Now we want to know that who is Mr. Shiva Kumar, a little about you, a little life journey of yours.
Basically, I'm from a very middle class family. My parents used to work in a school. My father works as an attendant and my mother works as an IMA. And we are three people who are like my two sisters, and I'm the younger one, and two elder sisters. My elder sister is she's an homemaker. Both got married, and I also got married. And my second sister is she's an vice principal. Coming to my part, I'm an hairstylist.
So was it like a passion for you that you want to be a hairstylist, or it gradually came over?
Actually, it is within passion.
Yeah.
I came within passion, within great thoughts to come into this fashionable field.
So you did a degree or something, a diploma?
Yes, I have done a diploma on hair.
So Mr. Shiva Kumar, now that you have explained that people come and donate you, so what is the process of making that into a wig?
Yes, we need at least of 7 people here to make one wig, and initially we wash the hair. After that, we need to remove the tangles, that is called as in segregation. We need to separate the long hair and short hair. We need to separate that, and then we'll be making the weft. Weft is nothing but stitching hair to a small cloth, and then we'll be stitching it for the wig cap. And wig cap is like a net. It is based with a net.
Yeah.
So for making of wig, we need at least of 7 people here, and one more thing, we need at least of 4,000 to make one wig, and we need at least of 7 days to make one wig.
So like generally when we go outside, we find wigs very costly. So how do you manage these expenses, because you are donating this at free of cost to all the people?
I'm making the wigs with my own income, and I have never demanded anything from either from the donor and neither from the beneficiary. You only say one thing: if you are in any stage of affording, you can help making of wig. We haven't demanded anything neither from the donor and neither from the beneficiary.
So it's like a free process, right, from the donor to the patient?
Yes, it's entirely free process.
So like what are your upcoming initiatives, or what do you plan for this organization more?
To say you about the upcoming projects, we are planning to establish our organization throughout India. We are planning to extend our organization throughout India, reaching to all the hospitals in India, people who are giving the treatments for the cancer hospitals in the throughout India. And our dream project is every person need people who are looking for a wig. We need to hand over the wig within no time. That is my main dream.
When you're going to spread this across India, so how is it going to work? Like every state would be having an organization there, or it would be running right from Hyderabad itself?
It is running Hyderabad only, but we are planning to establish a team across the state, one person.
So like Mr. Shiva Kumar, how do donors can approach you if they want to donate their hair?
We do have two platforms. One is Instagram and one is Facebook. And Instagram page is Hyderabad Hair Donation 99, and the Facebook name is Hyderabad Hair Donation for Cancer Patients.
So it's like actively on and people
Yes,
can approach you.
we'll be
through it.
responding in no time, like within a day.
Now you're still working individually, or there is a group of people that is helping you around?
Still, I'm working individually only. I don't have any volunteers.
Now that you said that you are a hairstylist and you are also running this organization, so how do you manage this both the professions?
I work for half a day for my organization and half a day for my bread and butter. Like I manage this in the morning hours, and from noon, like I'll be working for my sake, like for my family and for my organization's sake. I need to work. Right, I don't have any funds from anywhere. And one more thing, like whatever we work, I need to pay the salaries for the wig makers.
Yeah.
And I need to run the organization by my individual income. So I need to work.
So like what was your thought process that you wanted to establish this organization individually, like not even taking help from others, you just wanted to establish this individually, or what was the thought process behind that?
Initially when we started the organization, I used to send the hair to Mumbai based organization. We used to collect the hair from the donors and we used to send the hair to Mumbai based organization. As we all know, like March 21st it is in lockdown in throughout India. Like our PM has announced in lockdown throughout India. So we got a request in March ending. One of the person who has approached for wig, like she's 8 years old, her mother requested from us. So I thought like why can't I provide? We have sent hundreds of ponytails to that organization, and we all know like it is in lockdown, so they are not running currently. So I thought why can't we make a wig and donate it for the patient directly. And by that time I like no one is with me, like I don't have any knowledge on this, so I started roaming with the hair which I have collected during this period. So I have went to many wig makers, but no one has given a right answer. At last I met Mr. Pradeep, who is a wig maker. He said like brother, nothing comes for the free and don't expect anything for the free. For making of one wig, at least we need at least 4,000 rupees, and only the wig cap is costing around 1,500 rupees. So like what I can help you is like Pradeep is helping me a lot, like by giving a free place to establish my office.
Okay.
By making one wig, our journey has started. After the one wig, we have donated the second wig, and it has turned into 176 till today.
Wow.
And it is an exciting journey. Like we have seen a lot of painful journeys, and I got featured in a lot of medias. And one more thing, like we have reached an amazing awareness about the hair donation, and people are coming forward to donate the hair right now. Like previously we used to get one lead for every week, but till today, like we are getting at least 4 to 5 leads for a week. That is a good thing and a good gesture.
Shiva, when you got this thought of starting this organization, how was the support from your family, your close friends? Like, did they support you with this cause, or were they just against that? What are you doing with this?
I can say a lot of people said like it doesn't work in Hyderabad, and I feel proud for one thing. We have raised an awareness, like nearly 800 people trusted and donated the hair to my organization. The thing I feel proud. And one more thing, the day one when we started the organization and today we are totally different. Like our thoughts has been changed, because like initially there was no this thing for money. We haven't shown any importance for the money, but today money plays a key role, because like nothing comes for the free, because like we need at least 4,000 to make one wig.
Right.
So we need to expect money from the donors, right? But till today we haven't demanded anything, neither from the donor and neither from the beneficiary. As we all say, like charity begins from the home.
Right.
Like my own family members has donated the complete hair for the cancer patients, and I donated my hair for the cancer patients, and my mother donated her complete hair for the cancer patients, and my sister donated her complete hair for the cancer patients, and my wife, she has donated her complete hair for the cancer patients.
So like you have full support from your family?
Yes, I can say this, like my friends also support, and friends are growing their hair to donate for this charity.
So like how do you feel that you have achieved this milestone of making people aware about hair donation, that these hairs can be used in such a way that it can bring smile to all these cancer patients or the people who are going through chemotherapies?
I feel happy because like raising an awareness and people getting to know about this, and we can make a difference by joining the hands. And as we all know, hair is a free commodity. If we cut the hair again, it will grow back, right? So why can't we cut it and donate it for the people who are in a need and people who are looking for it? And a lot of people asked me like, do the cancer patients really look for the wigs? Yes, they look for the wigs. And like one more thing, people already they are facing the pain or undergoing the physical pain, and like when they lose their entire hair after the chemotherapy, like they feel depressed.
Yes.
People when they approach for the wigs, they say like it is in painful journeys.
Right.
Like when we meet people very youngsters, they say like bro, we are looking for a wig, and we are not in any stage of affording. And with the younger ages, especially people who loses their hair at the younger ages, it is very painful thing, and they undergo a lot of pain during this chemo. And it might be not physical pain for the hair, but they lose their identity during this chemotherapy.
Yeah, they lose that little confidence that they have.
Yes. And if we see 2 or 3 strands in our hand, like when we wash our hair or when we comb our hair, we feel very depressed by seeing the hair fall. We take a lot of care. What about the cancer patients when they lose their entire hair on a day? And it is a very painful journey for them, like to experience the people who are coming. And one more thing, people in and around us, they will identify easily, and they poke them. Like you also know how people are
Right.
around us, like
Yes. The society, the societal norms which keep on poking them, keep on triggering them about their hair and about their identity. That's right. Also, it's so wonderful to know that you are like a ray of hope to all these cancer patients by making this wig available for them. That's a wonderful journey altogether.
my humble request is for everyone is like donate hair at least once. Like not at least once, like you can donate the hair for every 1.5 year duration. Like there are a lot of repeated donors who donate the hair, nearly 8 to 9 members who are donating the hair for the keep on, like for every 1.5 year. Like they're coming forward to donate the hair.
Like you said that when you saw this organization in Mumbai, that was the time that you got a thought that you need to start something like this in the Hyderabad. So when you made first bunch of wigs for the cancer patients, how was their response to it? Like how did they feel when they saw those wigs coming to them?
And previously there used to be only limited organizations who used to do the wigs. But I can proudly say like my organization stands first and second today to get the wigs immediately.
So like how was their response when they got, like when you donated these wigs to the cancer patients, the first bunch?
Yes, people feel very happy, and they will be very thankful for each and every donor who has donated the hair, like because like without the donor it is not possible, because the donors has donated the hair. And
So like Shiva, when donors come to you and they donate their hair, so what is the assurity that it directly goes for the wig making and then it goes to the cancer patients?
we are giving the details for the donors, we are sharing the details up to date, we are sharing the details of the wigs also, and how is reaching for the patients. And one more thing we are giving is surety, like we are trying to make them like reach to patients directly, and we are sharing the details for the donor also.
Yeah.
And one more thing, we need to keep the beneficiary details also in privacy mode. We need to respect the donors beneficiary privacy also, because we are dealing with in very sensitive cases, right? And people should not identify in the market for tomorrow, so we need to be very, very careful. And I can give a surety, like it reaches to in right hands, and I can say to my donors that if you need any wig at any time, I can definitely provide a free cost of wig for them.
Do the donors and beneficiaries meet at times that they know that their hair is being used in this proper way?
Yes, like a lot of donors met the beneficiaries directly, and we made it possible. And we organize wig donation programs also, and we keep the status of the wig donations also.
So Shiva, like when you make these wigs, so what is the lifespan of the wigs? Because there are synthetic wigs also available, and the ones which you make is the natural wigs. So what is the difference between them, and what is the lifespan of these wigs?
Ma'am, why people won't prefer synthetic wigs is like it is unnatural. Synthetic, the word synthetic defines like it is an unnatural, right? Yes. So people can identify it is a wig. Why people prefer for natural wigs is it looks natural. And one more thing is like lifespan of this wig is nearly 1 year to 1.5 years, and people prefer, like people can wear it for 24 hours also. Like it is stitched properly and with no skin like side effects like that.
So like what is the lifespan of it? Like how many years they
It's
can use it?
1.5 year, ma'am.
One and a half. Again they need to change the wig?
It depends, ma'am. Some people will be getting the hair after 2 years or 1.5 year. Some people will not get the hair also. It all depends on the treatment they take.
If you have donated this wig to a patient and after 1.5 years they again require the wig, so do you again provide them?
Yes, ma'am, we can. Basing on the requirement, we need to see the requirement also, right?
Like when we got to know about you, we also got to know that you travel to the donor's place to collect their hair wherever they are residing, nearby cities of Hyderabad. So you directly go to the donors and collect the hair from it.
Yes, and we organize campaigns of hair donations also, hair donation drives in different cities, different states. Like we have recently organized in hair donation campaign in Coimbatore, Konganadu College, and nearly 52 members has donated their hair for the cancer patients. I have traveled nearly to 5 states, like one is Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu.
Wow, that's wonderful, Shiva.
Yes, and Maharashtra.
So the people of all these states also, they came forward for this cause.
Yes, and people trust us. Like a lot of people asked me, like why can't you say them to courier the hair? People call within trust, so we need to travel for some times, like to raise an awareness and to raise an voice about the hair donation, right? So like all the times courier won't work, right?
Yes.
So we need to interact with the donors, so it scope to raise an awareness and scope to raise a voice.
Yes, so that it can spread to many more people.
Yes, it reaches to many people, and people think like they came from a longer place, so why can't we come forward and donate the hair?
So Shiva, it was like lovely knowing about you, your organization and your thought process, that how you started in the year 2018, and it's been like 4 years journey and you're continuously giving your services to all these cancer patients. That was lovely knowing about your thought process. So lastly, winding up this episode, I would request you to give a strong message to all the audience watching this episode.
Yes, like we need at least of 12 inches of hair to donate the hair, and as we all know, it is a free commodity. Instead of cutting the hair and throwing it onto the bins, why can't we come forward and donate the hair and put on a smiles on the people who are looking for it? So my humble request is to donate the hair and add a smiles on the cancer patients who are looking for it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Shiva, for joining in this episode of Social
Yes,
Heroes.
thank you.
Well, viewers, today we were in conversation with the founder of Hair Donation for Cancer Patients, Mr. Shiva Kumar. And I hope that his thought process and the way he is working towards bringing a smile and a change in the society would inspire you to take a step forward. As Shiva said in his message that, you know, hair would be a commodity for us, like we just oftenly cut our hair, but those hair mean something to these cancer patients. It's like a precious things for all these cancer patients who lose their hairs because of this chemotherapies. So I request and I urge everyone watching this episode to come forward and donate their hair for a cause. With this is Ayushi Farasi signing off. Stay tuned to PMC English for more updates.